Hello again, everyone. How you doing today? Alright, gotta make sure the camera's running. I have this crappy SD card in there, and sometimes I'll start it and it won't start for a while. It'll delay, so my video will start like right in the middle. And, having the old crappy camera I do, it serves its purpose. I wanted to make a brief video here about wasting time. And I seem to be having more of a difficulty in addressing specific subjects in videos lately. It's like I'll be like, how do I word this? But this one, I think, is pretty straightforward. As far as wasting time, when people say, that's a waste of time, this is a waste of time, I consider that quite often. Because if anyone is wasting time, it's humans. I mean, we look at the animal kingdom, and you can't say that a rabbit is wasting his time sitting there chilling in his hole. You can't say that, a coyote sleeping in the bushes is wasting his time. You can't say that really anything is a waste of time in general. It's very subjective. It's the idea that we believe that we need to be consistently moving towards something greater. And I believe that is partially derived from our inherent desire to go get them. It's a genetic condition that helps us to survive, but I also believe that it's something that's learned. And I think that the part of wasting time is usually our own reflection of what we see ourselves doing or others that we think isn't worthy. To give two extreme examples, somebody who studies the ancient mysteries and occult knowledge, let's say, they may think that a Christian is wasting his time on his religion because there are so many deeper things to understand. Whereas a Christian directly may equally think that the occult person is wasting his time and damaging his soul in the process. But that's another story. I hate to use religion as the example, but it's an extreme one, and it's the quickest one that comes to mind. Because ultimately what time comes down to in wasting time is the idea that we are here for a short time on this planet. And so when we talk about time, there are two completely different viewpoints of it. There are people who believe that our time on earth is our time as us, and that's it. And people who believe that we carry on for eternity as us, as individuals. And it comes down to not trying to prove or disprove either one. It matters not. For me, I've already confirmed that I'm not the same person I was as a teenager, and that teenager is not the same person that I was as a young child. And when I'm old, I will not be the same person as I am today. I will have that spark of me, but that ego is a completely separate unit from being a human or my experiences as human. How I perceive the world with my senses, But I think the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I want to inspire people who are artists or people who have a passion to pursue that passion and to not be held back by other people telling you it's a waste of time. There are parents out there who tell kids that art is a waste of time. And I've spoken to people who think art is a waste of time. There are even, very intelligent people who believe that art and music are both a waste of time. Parents who have said, I would never want my kid to be a musician because of this or this, because of some association they have with musicians, or, frustrated with their spouse who is an artist, maybe because their parent was a starving artist. That old term, starving artist, comes from the idea that most artists do it for the passion, and it's very difficult to make a living off of what you love to do, but it's not about the difficulty in making money. It's that most people who are artists, they don't desire a lot of money. They're not after riches, But art and music are both very important things of us expressing ourselves, and to think that that's a waste of time to me is completely absurd. A person may think that me making this video is a waste of time, or making videos at all for YouTube, and maybe that's partially the reason why I'm making it, because in this past several years I've made so many videos, and I think, is that just a waste of time? Why have I made all these videos? And I think, well, I could have been doing anything else. What else would I have been doing? You know, and then I think to the people who don't just make a 15-20 minute video like I do, but that actually go out and edit and spend days or hours at least, you know, editing and making sure their video is just perfect. And the same thing with musicians. As a musician, we used to record our albums on like GarageBand, or, you know, basically record our albums on the computer instead of going in and spending tons of time in a studio getting every little thing right. The final piece may be more perfect if you take the time, but it's a matter of figuring out how much time you want to spend as an individual on the things that you do. So the message that I want to convey is that everything is a waste of time, and that nothing is a waste of time. Even if you've wasted an entire year pursuing some career or something interesting that you don't want to do anymore, which this happens a lot with people in college and those who decide they don't want to follow the path that they've chosen, it's never too late to change your path. You choose that, and it's always morphing. Don't look at the things that we've done in the past as a waste of time, but rather something to learn from, so in the future we don't make the same mistakes and waste more time. And I guess that's all I can say on it. I'll talk to y'all later. I gotta do some shit so I don't waste too much time.